MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. Zach Brown gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
Into the box now, Jeff McNeil, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Well, looks like they were determined to be aggressive early, and it almost results in a home run in the first at-bat of the game, but he'll settle for a double and hope the number 2 man can pick him up.
Stepping in now, J.D. Davis. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kane is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Batting first, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
So here's Pete Alonso, and he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games. Base hit into the left center field gap, and this will get to the wall now out near the Milwaukee bullpen. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
The center fielder.
Already their second double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here, and if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Hey, thanks, Matty. This is a big one here, Dero. They've won 2 of the first 3 of this series. This swing game here, you'd like to win 3 out of 4. I know you're at this point, but boy, a split certainly would not be good for this ball club right now.
Yeah, Dan, to win the first 2 games, all right, you can live with dropping the 3rd game of the set, but you don't want to end this 2-2. You work too hard early to not win this series.
Sogard is there. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. On to the bottom of the first, and the Mets have an early 1-0 lead. Here now's the center fielder Lorenzo Cain to get us started in the bottom half of the first. The 1-2. Hit on the ground toward the left. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
You know, Dero, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
And here's Christian Yelich now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt,
and the throw to first is there. The inning is over. For Milwaukee, it remains 1-0. Second inning set to go. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Cain is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 52.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. fouled away. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
At the plate, Ahmed Rosario. 2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is the...
Oh, hold on. What a stop. Hey, now. They call it the hot corner for a reason. And this is a beauty to take us to break. We're back with more on a Sunday. And that'll bring up Keston Hiura. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes McNeil at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Omar.
At the plate, Omar Narvaez. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 1-2 now. Here it comes. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there with a straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Into the box, Avisail Garcia. Popped him up. Rosario is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Mets 1 and the Brewers nothing. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Michael Wacha. 9-1-2 due up. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes. A bouncer up the middle. And that is through into center. A base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Into the box now, Jeff McNeil. That's popped up. Sogard will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. J.D. Davis the next to bat. Working for the punch out and the offering. A double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. Here's Eric Sogard. Comes into this one with just 1 hit in 9 tries for the series. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Towards second. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder tucked, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
In now, Justin Smoke. 1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back. 2-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will get to the wall now, out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
And he fouls this one off. Sogard on third. Smoke is at second with nobody out. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. Oh, right back to him on the mound. The flip will take care of him at first. Not exactly crisis averted on the mound just yet, but a big first out nonetheless.
The center fielder.
In now is Lorenzo Cain, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Hard hit to first. He's right there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now back.
So 2 away in the Brewers half of the third, and that'll bring up the versatile utility man Brock Holt. Ready with the 1-1. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Brewers strand a couple. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Now batting, Pete Alonso. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get.
And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
So now to the plate, Michael Conforto. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Oh, tough pitch. Things just not going his way on the mound right now. 3-1.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
The 3-1. And it's fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. On the ground to the right side. And that is into right field, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Scooped up. There's Sogard for 1. He'll smoke at first, and they get them both.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Striding in once again, Robinson Cano. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Payoff pitch on its way. And Cano's able to lay off that time. He'll reach on the base on balls.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
The set and the 1-1 to short. Sogard has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for the Mets. They lead it 1-0. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Lined hard toward right center. Conforto is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Now in the box, Keston Hiura. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Cano has it. And that's the second out.
Now batting,
Stepping into the box, Omar Narvaez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail this one 1-0. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too. Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going. Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Shows bunt here, but this one misses. Ball 3.
Classic case of the front shoulder flying open on that off speed. Needs to stay compact and stay in the big part of the field.
The 3-1 pitch. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Bit of a surprise here as he's going to try to lay one down. The second for 1. On to Smoke, but it's too late as they'll get just the 1.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. From the stretch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Kane is there. 2 gone. So a runner at first with 2 away. And into bat next will be J.D. Davis. And that misses. Ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. 3-1 now as that misses down and in. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Here's the payoff pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Gone! So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Number 11 for him on the season. And the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead. To the plate now, Michael Conforto.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in this series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now.
Fouled off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. They certainly know how to have a good time in Milwaukee, and welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Avisail Garcia sent packing to start the bottom of the 5th. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4. So a runner on first with one out now. And in next, the switch-hitting power bat of Justin Smoke. To 1-2 now. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. Brewers strand 1. They trail here 4-0. Corbin Burns takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Standing in, Wilson Ramos. Couple of groundouts on his batting line in 2 trips so far. High in the air out to center field. Kane is after it. He's there and records the first out. So digging in now, Robinson Cano comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 3-2 pitch, and he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone. Ready once again, Yoenis Cespedes. No hits to this point. The 1-1 home. Fly ball to straightaway left. Garcia has a read on it, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Mets lead it 4-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Lorenzo Cain. A hit in 2 tries so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Stepping in now, Brock Holt. Hit hard up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Christian Yelich. 1-2 for Christian Yelich.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
The 1-2. Fouled away.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
To second, there's Cano. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Milwaukee. New inning set to get underway. Settling in now, Ahmed Rosario. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Outside, 2-1. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Hiura moving to his left. 1 out.
Up next to the bat.
So here's the Mets pitcher, Michael Wacha. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Bases are empty, 1 man out. hit the other way out toward right field. Under it is Yelich, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
Next up for New York, Jeff McNeil. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now. Hard liner to center field. Kane is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Coming to the plate now, Omar Narvaez. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
A ball and 2 strikes now. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The count is 2-2 to the Brewers catcher.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
The left fielder, number 24.
At the plate, Avisail Garcia. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. McNeil is there, and he has it for the out.
The batter, number 7.
Striding in, Eric Sogard. It was a walk in his last trip.
Sogard.
Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And this will bang up against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his 2nd hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
So the switch hitter Justin Smoak steps up, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to.
And the throw in gets away from him as he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play a run comes across to score. Orlando Arcia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Orlando.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and no one can get there. He'll try it again. Waka looks in. He'll try to put him away here on 2-2. Lined hard toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Yeah, and I think he might have lulled himself into a false sense of security out there. Prior to this inning, he was pitching a shutout, but now he's starting to look a little off.
And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he?
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 costly errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Mets lead this one 4-2. Ray Black has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And he fouls this one off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 3-2 pitch. Locks him up for strike 3.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game. At the plate now, Michael Conforto. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th, and next is the catcher Wilson Ramos. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
The batter, number 24, second base.
Next for the Mets, Robinson Cano. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Into the box, Yoenis Cespedes. 3-2 full count. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. Brent Suter answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam but needs just 1 out to get out of it. 1-2, here it is. The 1-2 is a breaking ball. They can't find the zone, and it's even at 2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. But the Mets are able to tack on 1 thanks to the solo homer. Justin Wilson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 38.
Next for Milwaukee, Brock Holt. He singled his last time up. This is pulled into right. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game. So it's a leadoff knock to start out the inning as they'll try to claw back at that 3-run deficit.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
Throw won't get him at first, an infield single, and it's 1st and 3rd now.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that.
Yelich rounds the corner and is headed home. He scores as it's now a 1-run ball game.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by him, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
Now at the plate, Omar Narvaez. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. So here's Avisail Garcia. Previous history against Dellin Betances. He's 0 for 5. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Runner at second here with 1 man out. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Stepping into the box, Eric Sogard. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
He struck him out, and the tying run will be left stranded at second base. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We played 8 full. It's the Mets 5 and the Brewers 4. Jake Marisnick will
and hitting for New York, number 16, Jake Marisnick.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th. So here's Jeff McNeil. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Now the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Kane is under it. 2 down.
Now batting.
So striding in, J.D. Davis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Edwin Diaz is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
Edwin Diaz.
Here's Justin Smoke now. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
Number 16, Ben Gamble.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Lorenzo Cain will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And he'll put this one away for the final out. And the Mets bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series as this one is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Michael Waka earns his first win of the season. Edwin Diaz wraps it up for the save, his 6th. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
And we remind you to please drive home safely.